I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. He pulled a gun on a New Windsor police officer during a traffic stop last year. That's when Officer James Hurley shot and wounded Jardell Ward. Today, in Orange County Court, Ward was sentenced to 15 years in prison for his guilty plea to the charge of criminal possession of a weapon. Police said the 25-year-old Brooklyn man had pointed the gun at the officer, who was later cleared of any wrongdoing following an investigation into the shooting. Ward had been originally indicted for attempted murder on a police officer, but he pleaded guilty to the firearms charge in exchange for the 15-year prison sentence. The Beretta pistol he held had been reported stolen a year earlier from a residence in Blooming Grove. While investigators attempt to determine the cause of the Wednesday fire that killed 9 dogs at a residence in the town of Blooming Grove, law enforcement officials have been checking out reports that all 16 dogs in the house at the time were malnourished and not in good health. The dogs were discovered in the burning bungalow residence at number 7 Wildwood Trail in the Mountain Lodge Park section of town. The blaze ripped through the residence and took close to an hour to put out. 9 dogs died, 6 were rescued, and another was reported missing but has since been recovered. The tenant was not home at the time the fire broke out. The tenant and owner of the dogs, Jeffrey Blumenthal, said only a couple of the dogs were malnourished and that he had been trying to find suitable homes for the animals. Look for an update on the continuing investigation here at Record Online and in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. Elsewhere, a Washingtonville schoolteacher was indicted today on a series of charges for allegedly claiming he had a wife on his health insurance plan for the past 12 years, but was not married. 49-year-old Timothy Johnson of Newburgh was named in a multi-count indictment handed up by an Orange County grand jury with charges ranging from grand larceny to insurance fraud and falsifying business records. Police say Johnson claimed a wife on his Orange Ulster Bosse's health plan, but was not married. The false claims cost the Washingtonville district more than $50,000. Johnson was released without bail pending further court proceedings. They haven't stopped trying. Port Authority Aviation Director Susan Baer says her agency continues the fight to bring more passenger service to Stewart Airport. But Baer told members of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce this morning that current economic conditions are preventing airports, including Stewart, from attracting new airlines and additional flights. Passenger numbers were down at Stewart last year. Baer told the local business leaders that the battle for all Port Authority-run airports is to keep the airlines and flights they currently offer. But, she says, a $143 million rehabilitation of Stewart Airport runways, coupled with a $20 million terminal expansion, should pay dividends in the long run.
We're not giving up, and I think the real indication of that, of our commitment, is the fact that we're going to spend another $100 million plus at Stewart Airport. So we will continue to invest in the airport because we know that as carriers consider the airport, that's going to make a difference. We know that we need to maintain the infrastructure. Infrastructure maintenance is not sexy. It's not. I wish I could announce new air service. That's a sexier thing. But the truth is that maintaining the infrastructure of an airport is absolutely critical.
Baer says the announced $11 billion merger of American Airlines and U.S. Airways should turn out to be a good thing for Stewart. She did pass along some good news. Cargo volume grew by about 15% at Stewart last year, providing an important boost to the local economy. A new development in the often rocky relationship between the administration of Orange County Executive Ed Diana and the county's CSEA bargaining unit. Diana says the county has declared an impasse with the CSEA union in contract negotiations, with Diana saying the union is being unrealistic in its latest proposal that he says would cost county taxpayers $41 million over the 3-year life of the contract. In a statement, the county executive said the union has failed to deliver realistic concessions related to the county's Valley View nursing home. Diana says the county legislature's decision to fund Valley View for 2013 had anticipated concessions that he says have not materialized. Diana was also critical of a union proposal for the return of a paid lunchtime for all county employees. A traffic violation on Route 17 in the town of Wallkill turned into a pair of felony arrests after 16 pounds of marijuana was discovered in the vehicle. 29-year-old Adam Bullion and his 27-year-old brother Alexander, both of suburban Rochester, New York, have been charged with felony marijuana possession. State police say Middletown City Police Canine Ivan aided in the arrests and the discovery of the pot. A 6-month-long undercover investigation involving drug dealing on the streets of Livingston Manor has resulted in 3 felony drug sale arrests, with maybe more to come. 63-year-old John Bryant and 19-year-old Flavio Lugo, both of Livingston Manor, along with 25-year-old Curtis Kennedy of Monticello, were rounded up as part of the probe into the sale of heroin, crack cocaine, pills, and marijuana at or near the Hamlet's gazebo. Sullivan County Sheriff's officials say some of the drugs have been traced to suppliers with ties to New York City street gangs. And they were making noise again about the noise generated by vehicles racing at the Monticello Motor Club. Some of the more than 100 people who showed up for a Town of Thompson Planning Board hearing last night on a proposed motor club expansion project say the noise has impacted their quality of life. Others, however, spoke out in support of the economic benefits that would come from the more than $40 million motor club expansion plan now being considered. That includes condominium construction, SUV trails, and professional racing. Those who spoke offered varying opinions on the need for a sound barrier. It'll be up to the planning board to decide whether to approve a site plan revision that would pave the way for the proposed expansion. We are expecting more sunshine in the region on Friday. Forecast is for temperatures in the middle 40s under a partly sunny sky, but some wet snow or rain could move in by late Friday night. Saturday will begin with clouds and a few flurries before becoming partly sunny. Temperature Saturday will top out around 40 degrees. Make Record Online your source for breaking news and stay connected to all that is happening by reading tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.